Hello, my name is Betsy and I'm a singing teacher at Take Lessons. Today we're going to talk about some of the best audition songs for altos in musical theater. We'll cover a mix of Broadway, Disney, and classical songs, as well as which songs you should avoid because they're overdone in auditions. So stay tuned and don't forget to click our link in the description box to try our free online singing classes. So when choosing a good audition song for an alto, it's important to realize what you're auditioning for, first of all, and what voice type you are, second of all. There are a lot of songs out there that are written for huge belting altos and just really showstoppers. But there are a lot of songs out there that are written for a softer alto voice. So let's say you're a younger alto and you want to show off maybe that you're developing into a belter role. Johnny One Note is a great song, has a number of B flats right in the middle of that range that's not too high. It's also a good idea to take a look at yourself and realize your personality. Am I the funny lady? Am I a comedian? Maybe I wouldn't choose a song that's more serious or a ballad. I would choose something that's fun or I can kind of act out. If I'm maybe more reserved and shy, I might go with something that's a little bit more a ballad or something that I can kind of take my time with. There's a lot that you can choose from the alto songbook too that haven't been done over and over and over again, and you can kind of incorporate your personality a little bit more into that audition. So if you are a younger alto, it's important not to do something that's so overdone, like Rain on My Parade or Defying Gravity. A younger alto just doesn't have the lung support and the diaphragm control to do that like a professional singer in their 30s or 40s would. You're gonna create vocal strain, you're gonna hurt your vocal cords. It's really important to work with a teacher and pick something that is appropriate for your voice, especially as it's developing, isn't gonna hurt it. Just because it's a pretty song and you like to sing along with it in the car doesn't necessarily make it a good audition song, especially if that's not the voice type that you're bringing to the stage. So we had talked about things not to do. Don't sing Rain on My Parade, but one that you could do is The Music That Makes Me Dance. It's a beautiful song from the same show. People are familiar with it, but again, it's not overdone and it isn't owned by a different character. Another good one would be Wherever He Ain't from Mack and Mabel. This is a great score. Again, a show that's done, but it's not overdone. Probably the director knows it, but have maybe done it in the last 10 years, and probably no other young altos are going to be singing it, so it would be a good choice for you. Another fun song that would show your sassy side would be How About a Dance? It was from Bonnie and Clyde. The show itself didn't really take off, and so it's possible that another person wouldn't be auditioning with that. Fortune Favors the Brave from Aida would be a nice choice if you want to mix a little bit more of that classical tone into your audition. It's not that ragtime up-tempo, so if you want to go for a role that's more like that, that would be a great song to use at an audition. Another fun one if you're auditioning for kind of a femme fatale is think of Grease. There Are Worse Things I Could Do is a great song to audition with. It really lets your personality show. You can be a little bit sassier in there and kind of show off that side of your role. If it's an older or a more of a belting role, A Mother Doesn't Matter Anymore from Bye Bye Birdie, something that's going to really be a showstopper, show off that big belting range that you have, use your chest voice, really just let it all out. I like to recommend Somewhere from West Side Story because it's not done as much as the other songs, so again, you'll stand out a little bit and you will kind of be able to show off your range. If you're a soprano who can belt, it's good to audition for belting roles, but if you're a mezzo or an alto with the range, it's great to show off your higher notes because that might put you in a different place in a director's head. So there are great songs in the Disney songbook that are perfect for altos or young altos to audition with. Poor Unfortunate Souls from Ursula is fantastic because you can really show off if you have comedic chops or kind of act it out or just get that villainess type vibe going. Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind, Just Around the River Bend aren't done as much as songs like Frozen and Moana, so it's going to set you apart, especially as a younger actor. Another good one would be the role of Megra from Hercules, as sung by Susan Egan. She sings I Won't Say I'm in Love, and that's a great song because it's not that light, bright soprano, soubrette role that everybody else is going to be auditioning with. So as an alto, auditioning for something more classical, you have to realize one of two things. If it's going to be a musical theater, you can look for kind of an alto or something that's going to be a mixed belting role or maybe a little bit more lyrical. But also you have to realize that as a classical singer, you're probably going to be looking for a mezzo-soprano piece. Mezzo-soprano and contralto are the operatic or classical terms for what an alto or a belter would be for musical theater. So it's the same voice type, it's the same vocal range, they're just called different things. So don't be afraid to sing a mezzo-soprano piece thinking that you're an alto. In choirs, you're listed as an alto. In opera, you're listed as a mezzo-soprano. So you do have the range and you can sing something like that. There are a number of roles in opera that are written for young women to perform, but they're actually male roles. So it's called a pants role. Pants roles are great for auditions. So if you want to find something from Mozart did it a lot, those are great for auditions and they would be right in your range. One would be Voi che sapete from The Marriage of Figaro, which would be wonderful for a young mezzo-soprano to sing. It wouldn't push your range, it would be great. Another one would be from Vanessa and it's Must Winter Come So Soon. That's a great one because it's in English and Barber wrote it, so it's an American composer. If you're a young, aspiring classical singer, maybe not tackling a different language would be very helpful. Another one that's in English would be from Purcell, When I Am Laid in Earth from Dido and Aeneas is a great song just because, again, you're not going to be tackling a different language and a new style of singing. Just some general tips for having a good audition as an alto is know your voice type. Are you a strong belter? If you are, show that off. It's great to have those big notes and really be able to let them wail at the end. It's really important to realize where your breaks are, to study with a voice teacher so you're not straining your vocal cords and you're belting properly. If you have a softer voice, choose a ballad. Choose something that's going to maybe show off your acting ability rather than if you don't have a big belting range. If you do have higher notes, choose something that shows those off. Do something that goes up into your head voice or does that quick switch from a mixed belt into your head voice. It's important that you realize where your strong points are and show that because you only have 32 bars to let them know exactly what you're capable of. The other thing is you really want to paint yourself into the role that they want to see. So are you being the funny lady? Are you being cast as the lead? Is the lead an alto? You want to give the director exactly what they need to see to put yourself in that position and get cast as that role. Can you think of any other good audition songs? Leave a comment and let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing so you can receive more helpful singing lessons.